Hi everyone, welcome to Skill Questers Hub. In this video, we will explore View menu in Jupyter Notebook. So the View menu controls the appearance of the notebook. Okay, so first let us see the first option we have in View menu, which is Activate Command Palette. Okay, so this opens the command palette to quickly search for and execute the Jupyter commands. So if you click on Activate Command Palette, okay, it opens the command palette and we can search for and execute the Jupyter commands here, okay, or you can just scroll down to all the commands that we have. Okay, so like for example, we can click on Save Notebook. So here the last checkpoint is 18 minutes ago. If you click on Save Notebook from here, it gets saved. So we can also search for and execute Jupyter commands from the command palette. Next, we have Open JupyterLab option. So this opens the current notebook in JupyterLab interface. Okay, so if I click on Open JupyterLab, it opens the current notebook in JupyterLab. Okay, so this is the JupyterLab. Here on the URL, you can see lab. Okay. Next, we have the file browser option. So file browser opens the file browser for accessing files and folders. So if you click on file browser, so this will open the Jupyter Notebook linked file browser. And from here, we can open the files that we want. Okay. Next, we have the show header option. So the show header shows or hides the notebook header containing the title and last checkpoint. Okay. So the header is the header above the menu that we have here. So this is the header. So if you click on view, show header is already been ticked. If you click on this, it gets unticked and the title is being hidden. So now again, if you click on view, show header, the title header is displayed. Okay. Next, we have the toggle Zen mode. So this option hides interface elements to provide a distraction-free editing environment. Okay, so this hides all the interface elements. So let me click on this toggle Zen mode. Okay. Okay, so this opens the notebook in full screen. Okay, so let me click on escape to come out of it. Next, we have the enable full width notebook. So this option expands the notebook to use the full width of the browser window. Okay. So if I click on enable full width notebook, you can see that the notebook width is being expanded to full width of the window. Okay. So let me untick this again. So let's click on this again. It is restored to the default width. Next, we have the table of contents. So table of contents displays a panel showing the notebook's heading for each navigation. Okay, if you click on table of contents, you get the notebook's headings display, which will be useful for navigation. So if you click on the heading cell types, it comes to the second heading. If you click on notebook cell, it comes back to the first heading. So this is easier if you have a long notebook and you want the navigation to be easy. Okay, so let's close this. Next, we have the debugger panel. So debugger panel opens the debugger panel for debugging notebook code. So if you click on debugger panel, we get the debugger which is opened on the right. So this is useful for debugging. Let's close this. Next, we have the show notifications. So this option displays or hides notification messages from Jupyter. So if you click on show notifications, all the notifications from Jupyter will be shown. Okay. Next, we have show log console. So show log console opens the log console to view system and kernel messages. Okay. If you click on show log console, we get the log console at the bottom. So let's expand this. If you pull this up, so we get the log console, okay, which will display the messages. So we can change it to error messages. We can change it to critical. Okay. Info debug. We can change it, and this is the log console. Or you can click on this option to also clear the log. Okay. So again, if I click on view, show log console, it has been hidden. Next, we have the show line numbers. So this displays or hides the line numbers in code cells. So if you click on this show line numbers, you get the line numbers being displayed in the code cells. Okay, so each cell here you can see there are two lines in this code. Print notebook cells, print shortcuts. So each it is being numbered. Okay, we get the line numbers. So if you want to remove the line numbers, click on show line numbers again, and now it is removed. Next, we have the open in JupyterLab. So this opens the current notebook in JupyterLab. So if you click on open in JupyterLab, so this will directly open the notebook create cell that we have in JupyterLab. Okay. Next, we have the collapse selected code and collapse selected output. Okay. So this collapse selected code hides the code in the selected cell while keeping its output visible, and collapse selected outputs hides the output of the selected cell while keeping the code visible. Okay, so let's see this in action. So let me run this code, print test. Okay, since print, we just have print test here. Let's consider the next example. We have two statements, print notebook cells and print shortcuts. Let me run this. Okay, and let me select this cell. Now if I click on view, collapse selected code, so the code gets collapsed. Let me click on this to expand it again. And again, if you click on view, collapse selected output, now the output is being collapsed. Okay. So if you click on view selected code, the code and output both will get collapsed. And next we have collapse all code and collapse all outputs. Okay. So the collapse all code hides the code in all notebook cells, and collapse all outputs hides the output of all notebook cells. So if you click on collapse all code, all the code is being collapsed. Okay, it is being hidden. And if you click on collapse all outputs, the outputs will also be collapsed. Okay. Next we have the expand selected code, expand selected output, expand all code, expand all output. Okay. So expand, let's first see the expand all code and expand all output. So expand all code displays the code in all notebook cell, and expand all outputs displays the outputs of all notebook cells. Okay. So now currently in the notebook, the output and the code is collapsed. So now if you click on view, expand all code, so the code is being expanded now. But you can see still the output is collapsed. So click on view, expand all output. The outputs are also visible. Okay. Now for expand selected code and expand selected output. Okay. So expand selected code shows the hidden code in the selected cell. Expand selected output shows the hidden output of the selected cell. Okay, so first let's select the cell. So I'm selecting this cell. Now if I click on view, collapse selected code, click on view and collapse selected output. Now if you click on view, expand selected code and expand selected output, we see that the code is being shown and the output is also being shown. Next we have the code folding. Okay. So code folding enables or disables folding of code blocks within code cells. Okay. So this enables or disables the folding of code blocks within code cells. So first let's select a cell. So let's consider this code where we have add function, and within that we have print of a plus b. So it will add both the values and print it. Now, if you click on view and click on code folding and fold current region, you can see that the code is being folded. Okay, so the code block is being folded. Now again, you can click it to expand it. Next, we have the render side by side option. So this displays markdown source and its rendered output side by side. Okay, so if you click on render side by side, we get the text on one side and the output on the other side. Okay, so we get it side by side. One side we have the code cell and the other side we have the output. Okay, so let's click on view. Let's also disable it now. Okay, so it's back to, so it is restored to the default. Okay, so these are the options we have in the view menu of the Jupyter Notebook. I have also prepared a reference guide with the menus that we have explored in this video. You can also refer that. I will be sharing the link to this reference guide in the description. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel.